Hi, continue to our Chapter 8 Fundamental Analysis on the Economic Analysis, right? So, after the first part, point of view, which is global economy, second part is the domestic economy. So, gross domestic products, we have gross national products, GNP, government fiscal policy, in rate, employment rate, right? So let's take a look on one by one. Okay, this understanding the data will help you to analyze the situation that happens in the current economic situation at the time, and you will actually find out some informations for you to actually predict what will happen to the stock prices in the nearest future, right? First part is GDP, gross domestic products. So gross domestic product actually represent the market value of all and services produced in the economy. So in bahasa we call it as KDNK kan, kadar keluaran negara. Okay, for this part. Okay, so for this, we call, in English, we call it as GDP. Okay, gross domestic product, kadar keluaran dalam negara kasar. Okay, so GDP measures the wealth of overall economy and very important in forecasting the stock market performance. If the GDP increase, so likely the stock prices will also increase, and this will actually stimulate our economic. So GDP plays an important part in as the economic as an economic benchmark actually, right? So you want to know whether such country have a good economic situation or not, just take a look at GDP as well. So if GDP is quite low, so it means the economics is might be under recession. Alright. So next adalah gross national products, GNP. So GNP, however, refers to the nation's income impact on the firm sales and prices, which then affect the revenue, costs, and profits. So it also affects the stock price market the same way with G. If the GNP rise, so likely the same will happen to the stock price. It will also rise and increase. Okay. So, apa beza kedua-dua GDP dan GNP? Kedua-duanya memberi tunjukan sama. Sekiranya GDP dan GNP bagus, maka pergerakan stock price juga mungkin akan bagus. Okay. So, GDP is about how much a country can produce. So, how much we can produce is how much the country can own. Okay, how much can we own between GDP and GNP? And we also have government fiscal policy. So government fiscal policy involve government spending, revenues and taxes, debt management, right? So for example, in Malaysia, there is no tax imposed on capital gain. So only given to the shareholder. So in order to expand the economy, government normally reduce the tax imposed. So in Malaysia, kita tidak mengenakan cukai terhadap capital gain yang you earn daripada hasil menjual share dan sebagainya. Cukai hanya dikenakan terhadap dividen yang dibayar oleh company ke shareholders. Okay, so this is actually one of our way to attract more investors and expand our economy. So sometimes the government also reduce the tax imposed to expand the economy further, right? So it depends on the government policy as well for the government fiscal, right? If a country has a good government fiscal policy, this might attract their prices to move in a positive way, right? So adalah interest rate. So the higher the interest rate, the lower will be the stock prices. Why? So because investors will change to fixed income securities like bonds and vice versa, right? So they might bonds, they might change to sukuk, they might change to preferred stock, because when the interest rate is quite high, so it will yield more to when investing in bonds compared when they invest in common stock and so on, right? So generally the stock prices at the moment would quite low, okay, because less trading would be done, less demand for them, so on, right? So that happens during normally during the interest rate is high, and vice versa. So if the interest rate is low, it will the other way, okay? So employment rate, okay, actually the unemployment rate is quite important to show how the how is doing. So if the unemployment rate is high, it will actually reduce the stock price, because it shows that the current economic situation in a country is not so that good, or we call it as in the recession condition. So that's why unemployment rate is quite important indicator. So it will help you to analyze the situation at the moment. Okay, if it's too high, it means that the country is in recession conditions. So it cannot generate more income to the people, right? So this about the domestic economy that you can analyze. So this you can use as your indicator to actually expect what is the next movement for the stock prices. Will it be in a bullish, or will it be in a bearish condition? Okay, and okay, so that is all about economic analysis. So we have the second one, which is industry analysis. Okay, so industry analysis is quite easy. You can actually use your knowledge in your marketing, right? On or any other business subject that you have learned previously, right? So industry analysis focuses on, first is to examine the life cycle of an industry, and second, you can do a analysis industry. Okay, so let's take a look on the industry life cycle. So industry life cycle is most common as the business life cycle, or the product life cycle. Product life cycle. Okay, you have 4 cycles. The first is pioneering stage. Second is expansion consolidation stage. The third is stabilization stage, and the fourth is declining stage. You have heard about this previously, right? And in fact, you know how does the stage work from one stage to another, okay? Because you have learned this in a few subjects, I guess, previously. So look on the pioneering stage or introductory stage, right? So it is also called a merupakan satu stage pengenalan, a startup stage, which is at this stage it will experience a rapid growth in sales and earnings, and turnout will be widely successful. Depends on the product as well. Okay, depends on what product they produce. Will it incur more demand from the consumers and so on. So at this stage, the product is still new and rapidly growth. So it's yet saturated with the market. Okay. However, at the pioneering stage, the product is not saturated in the market. Masih lagi belum bersatu ataupun kita kata sebagai nak tembusi pasaran secara 100%. But okay, however, if you have a good product at this stage, you will likely to earn quite high income. So however, many company as well fails in this stage because of fierce competition. And actually check how much and which examples of product which has actually failed during the launch. Okay, people do not likely urge to buy the products, okay, because of might be because of the competitions out there. So at this pioneering stage as well, it has highly potential return and also high risk. For example, you give example from biotechnology industry, previously nanotechnology. Nowadays, I can say it's actually at the second stage already, because Previously, yes, we can say nanotechnology in the pioneering stage, but right now, nanotechnology is no longer a kind of asing lah kita dan sebagainya, right? So we have a few what we call products which is already successful in technology as well, right? And you can say a few parts of products which is being launched by the telecommunication company at pioneering stage, okay, like the new handphones and so on. But depends on the company as well. Depends on the company. But if they are introducing new things on the handphone technology, might be we can say that it is in the pioneering stage, right? Second ada convention stage or convention stage. So this stage is quite mature compared to the pioneer. So that the firm are among the survivors from the stage 1. So kalau mereka gagal di stage pertama tadi, mereka tak dapat tembus expansion stage. But if they can survive, so they are the survivor from this pioneering stage, right? So they can continue to grow but at a lesser rate, of course, because the products is already quite some in the market, and of course they will face a few competitors. Kan biasanya at expansion stage ni mereka akan mula ditiru oleh kompetitor dan sebagainya. Okay, so the investors, these investors are more confident at this stage, however, because the firm could survive from the stage 1. So the firm are normally more stable, have they start to declare dividend payments, and market share is easier to predict. Okay, so if the company is at the expansion stage, it will be easier for you to predict the share prices movement. Okay. So, however, the failure is less as the firm actually could survive the stage 1. So, for example, the personal computer or notebook industries in the whole world, the handphone technology, right, already at this stage, especially the touch screen handphone, handphone. Previously, we can say the iPhone is at the pioneering stage, but right now they already at this stage already, almost go through already in the stabilization stage. I guess they just kind of renew the technology, right? But the iPhone is still favorable to the users, to the end user. Okay. At this second stage as well, you can actually predict based on the brand of the company, how did previously, does it having to have a good sales previously or not. So you can predict at this consolidation or expansion stage, right? So we also stage and declining stage. I will explain to you in the next coming video.